What up, boys?
Yo,
All right. Oh, looks like it's working. We're on YouTube.
what's up, YouTubers?
Uh, okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? We've been live for 45 minutes. All right. Welcome everybody to the podcast that we have yet to agree a name on. So I like the 12th Men or the 6th Men podcast. What about you guys? You guys have two?
Well,
The non-leads.
The non-leads.
I
Oh,
mean, my choice is done. I like 12th man or 6th man. One of those is cool.
Okay. Okay, so the 12th Men, because is technically fans, whatever, and then the 6th Men, we can say 6 men, even though that's like more like a basketball term.
I prefer the 12th man over the 6th man.
So the 12th Men, not
yeah,
man.
12th men.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's just call it the 12th Men podcast. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Where's the other 9? That's good.
No idea. But anyway, welcome to the 12th Men podcast. I am your host, J2. We also have Ryan and Kwale the GOAT coming from his mansion in North Carolina.
Whoop, whoop. Big money.
If you're tuning in for the first time, this is a whole bunch of all three of us. We're all Commanders fans, Redskins fans, and we just like to talk about the team and other things going around the sports world. First off, oh look, we have a 12. His name, hey Christian, how's it going?
Rojas.
What up, Christian?
Checking the chat.
Rojas about to hit some threes tonight.
Oh, is he playing basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first things first on the agenda, we have a reaction game to the Falcons. So who wants to go first? I know Ryan. I know you've been excited and you've been waiting. So
Let's give Ryan the honors.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you start off.
Well, I was gonna let Qua go ahead because I got a lot to say. So I want to hear
It's
what
fine.
Qua has to say. Actually,
All right. I can go ahead. I can go ahead.
Cool.
All right. So first things first. Defense. Super disappointed in the first 3 games. We thought they were improved. They played really well against the Giants. Played okay against the Green Bay Packers, and then kind of dominated the Raiders as well too. There were a couple late plays that they gave up that kind of skewed the yardage and the score a little bit, but for the most part, they dominated the Raiders. This past game against Atlanta was not that. They were giving up everything, runs, chunk plays. I mean, the pass plays, there were people like nowhere near any of the receivers. It didn't matter if they played zone, played man. I don't know if it's a scheme issue. I don't know if it's a communication issue. I do know that there was not a lot of pressure on Michael Penix last week. Their pass rush has been pretty good for the most part for the first three weeks. They were almost non-existent on Sunday. Penix was just sitting back there. Jimmy, you, me, and Ryan were texting each other. He was having a picnic for most of the dropbacks. And I don't know if it was Atlanta scheming up. I did see a lot of like tight ends and backs, 6-man, 7-man protections for Penix throughout the game. But still, at some point, they went 5 wide, they went 4 wide, and we still didn't get any pass rush or pressures on Penix. And for whatever reason, Joe Witt did not make any adjustments. He rarely sent pressure. I don't know if he's calling schemes scared. I just don't get it. It was a 4-man front the whole time, and it didn't work. The problem that I see is the non-adjustments. You can't go throughout an entire 60-minute game, all 4 quarters, and not make adjustments, especially when a quarterback coming off probably, the worst performance of his early career, getting shut out by the lowly Panthers, throwing 2 picks against them, only having like 150 yards passing, getting shredded by that same quarterback who had a career day against the Commanders defense. So super disappointing in that aspect. The offense, I thought, with Marcus Mariota, at the command, missing Terry McLaurin, missing John Bates, missing Sam Cosmi. I thought they did a more than adequate job to win that game. They scored 27 points. And in today's NFL, that should win you most games, especially a team like Atlanta with a young quarterback who had only thrown 1 touchdown coming into the game last week, who was struggling not only, finding his targets, but kind of struggling mentally too. And he got right against us, and that's really disappointing. So, what are your thoughts, Ryan?
I think basically you said it all. That was what was on my mind. I thought the defense had terrible communication issues, which led to a lot of big plays. And I do think our secondary is young. I mean, Trey Amos, rookie, he's young. Sanders still second year. He played a lot of inside last year. He's playing a lot of outside this year, I believe. And then Lattimore, as we all know, lost a step. So I think the secondary's issues are mainly communication. I think we have the talent. I think we have the skill to keep up with wide receiver cores, but communication has to get better. I thought the offense played okay. I think we need to run the ball more. I still think, even though Krosky Merritt has poor pass protection, I think we need to give him the ball more. I mean, it seems like he's one big play away, from a 70-yard touchdown or a 1 missed tackle away. He just doesn't get the ball much, and that's why his average per carry is like 5.6 yards, because he doesn't have a lot of carries. But game was disappointing. I mean, I had a hunch that Atlanta was going to win. I knew they were pissed off about getting dominated by the Panthers. And, I think our linebackers on the bench need more playing time, which is Jordan McGee, I believe his name is. And then our rookie, Kane Madrano. I think we need to get him out there, whether it's on 2nd down, 1st down, 3rd down, just see what they got. I don't think Bobby Wagner at his age, definitely a Hall of Famer, so don't get that wrong. He's definitely a Hall of Famer, but I don't think at his age he needs to be out there 100% of the snaps. He just, in football years, he's too old. So I would like to see more of our rookies out there in the middle. As far as our D-line, we get pressure, but we don't wrap up. We got to wrap up the quarterbacks. I feel like we have the talent to get pressure. We have the size to get pressure, but for some reason we just don't wrap up this game particularly. So overall disappointing. I will agree the offense, was decent. Mariota was decent, but offense can only do so much. I think we all know as big football fans that defense wins. And if our defense continues to give up 30 plus points, it's going to be a very, very long season. So that's all I got. But disappointing for sure.
We waited all week just for that. I was expecting like more fireworks, man, because I was
this team.
I was fucking mad. I was pissed, dude. Like
I was definitely pissed. That's why something like, I don't know if we want to have, and you can edit this. Sorry if I'm going off topic, but
we're live right now. We're live right now.
All right, what's up, live people? I can't be as passionate as I was Sunday watching the game 4 days later. So
no, you're right. You're right.
That's
we've calmed down from that emotional.
I had that fire on. I was ready to go Sunday night for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to have an emergency,
like an emergency pod,
emergency cast, hey, we can do it
for sure.
Totally can, man. We totally I set up YouTube and everything, so everything's good.
Yeah. All right.
For me, like, dude, it was incredibly frustrating to watch. It was like watching the Packers game all over again. At times it was like watching the Raiders game, because the Raiders game should have been a blowout earlier than it was. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have had. They should have
Oh,
had.
it should have been like 30-3 at halftime.
Yeah, it should have been like 60-24, where the hell it
Right,
was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This game, it was just like, fuck, man. Like, and the insane amount of flags that get picked up on us.
Right.
Insane. And the missed face mask on Mary. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
Mariota.
I must have missed that because I don't remember.
Oh no, there was a huge face mask that would have put us into like scoring range at the beginning of the first half.
Sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I have it on my DVR on YouTube. Don't worry, I'll share it with you. But you'll be even more mad when you see it. So that, along with how bad the defense was playing, like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, I said this all off season, especially with you guys. We need an edge rusher. Von Miller's cool, but he plays 15 to 20 snaps a game. We need a guy. I mean, hopefully Preston Smith plays this week. Is he playing this week?
Oh yeah, that's right. He hasn't played the last couple weeks, has he? Yeah.
I don't think he's playing. I mean, I don't know why we signed him, but
yeah.
I mean, he's only 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we signed him after the Packers game, and he's been nowhere to be found. So I really don't understand.
I don't.
Well, I mean, Javon Jean-Baptiste got hurt this past game too, so it's probably
we're gonna need him.
Yeah,
we're gonna need him more than ever now.
Yep.
And we're also gonna need another D end.
Yep.
To replace Jean-Baptiste.
Yep.
So like we're definitely going through the injuries, but I would say again, it's better to go through the injuries now.
Yep.
Than later on or middle and later on in the year when
for sure
we really need all these players. So kind of a blessing in disguise, but not really.
Kind of.
So we got Jaden this Sunday. So hopefully the offense will get a pick me up from Jaden. Not that it was bad with Mariota, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Mariota played well.
Oh, he played well enough.
He played well, but he's not. He played well, but he doesn't have. Like, defenses aren't designing schemes for him. They're designing schemes for Jaden. So
yes,
it's a much different player.
But of course, much different. Older, more experienced. This and that. Obviously,
the team scored 68 points in the 2 games he started.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't
Raiders though.
Hey, hold on. It doesn't matter. We do not have that entitlement.
Right.
Of overlooking certain teams. Right. What I'm saying? We're still in that transition of trying to become a elite consistent
team
winner, consistent winner. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So we don't have that entitlement of overlooking opponents. Because remember, we were kind of looking in, talking about the Raiders game, like, okay, this isn't.
It's a trap game. Yeah.
It could be. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, it was incredibly frustrating, and hopefully, I mean, they haven't said anything on Terry, right? But he probably won't be.
He's out.
Playing.
He's out. He'll
definitely be out.
He's out. I think Noah Brown is out.
Terry's out. Noah Brown. Cosme
was on the injury report.
I
mean, the defense is just very frustrating to watch for sure.
Yeah, it's bad. Like I said last week, it's like mirroring Del Rio, and it like bothers me. It irks me.
Del Rio vibes for sure. Joe Witt is getting those Del Rio vibes.
They're not aggressive at all, and that's been the whole Dan Quinn mantra. The last 2 years: be violence. Bring violence. Is to turn over the ball. Come there with a vengeance. Attack the ball, and we have 1 turnover from the defense in 4 games.
Yeah, that's rough.
Absurd.
Yeah,
that's absurd. And you can't be a championship level team if you can't turn your opponents over. Like, it's just you can't consistently do that.
Sure. The Eagles had 5 turnovers on us. The Eagles had 5 turnovers.
Turned us over 5 times. Yeah.
I mean, that's in 1 game.
That's how you win games. You give your offense more possessions, and our offense. I mean, that speaks even more to how well Mariota's played the last 2 weeks. The defense hasn't given them the ball. And the offense still scored 68 points in the last 2 weeks, and so just imagine if the defense like is able to give the offense the ball more, we'd probably be averaging 50 points a game.
Yeah, yeah. We'd also, be able to keep the our defense off the field more
Right.
with good offense. It seems like we're just 3-and-out. Oh man.
Honestly, man, it's just very frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, they
Um,
need to do something about the turnovers. I mean, that's just one turnover in 4 games. I mean, just statistically speaking, and you know, you should just have at least one turnover a game. That's just
Yeah. Yeah.
the way football is. A fumble or interception, tip ball, something, and our team literally has one in 4 games. It's
I
just
mean, they did fumble twice and was fortunate enough to jump on it.
right. Our guys aren't there to jump on it for some reason.
It's not for the lack of trying.
Right.
In their
And they
defense,
had a
but
couple
still,
opportunities in the Giants game too. Well, again, they didn't jump on those fumbles, and
Yeah.
one interception was called back for a BS roughing the passer. You remember that against Wagner?
against Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, wait, that was Quan that got it, right?
That was Quan Martin. Yep.
Yeah. He, although the secondary's woes for me, in my opinion, it's tied to the lack of consistent quarterback pressure.
Right.
Even though we did have 5 sacks against Oakland, or sorry, not Oakland, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's still going to take some time to get. Anyway,
it's like calling the Redskins Commanders, man. It took a while.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, but we just don't have consistent quarterback pressure. Even in 2020, when we had a whole bunch of sacks, that pressure really wasn't consistent. And that's how teams beat us that year, and it's been like that year after year.
That's how Brady beat them in
exactly
in Tampa.
And
they couldn't get to Brady.
Exactly, and the way you get to Brady is you pressure him every single play.
In his face. Pressure up the middle, more importantly.
So, I mean, it needs to be addressed. It may not be this season. It may be in the offseason or in the draft, whatever it is. But edge rusher needs to be number one priority. For
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so who we got next? We have the Chargers next.
Chargers.
The Chargers.
San Diego Superchargers.
I don't
Ryan knows.
I don't know this.
Yeah,
song.
What?
Come on, too.
You never watched the NFL films when Lance Allworth, Bambi, they used to call him Bambi, catching balls down the sidelines, and their song was San Diego Superchargers. Bruh.
Who did you say?
I don't
Lance
know the players.
Allworth.
I just know.
Lance Allworth, man. Look him up. Look him up, man.
I don't know who that is.
Well,
man,
yeah, dude.
The first iteration of the Chargers for me was Stan Humphrey. Okay. when Stan Humphrey led them.
Natron Means.
I know Natron Means. I know Junior Seau. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Natron Means.
Who was their receiver? They had a really good receiver, didn't they?
Nah, they had Antonio Gates, but that's a tight end.
No, that was way after.
That's later on.
I'm talking about way after.
The Chargers.
1994 against the 49ers.
That's even before Vince Jackson. That's
Vincent Jackson. Holy
Vincent
shit.
Jackson,
He was so long. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to start it off. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be because we're coming off a kind of a bitter pill to swallow, like a bitter loss, kind of. I feel the players thought that they know that they didn't play well when they should have. So I think they're going to be kind of angry. And obviously the Chargers are going to be angry as well, losing to the Giants. So the thing is, we have Jaden this week. We'll see how that fares. I think
Jaden.
It's, no Terry. Debo's been playing well. Luke has been stepping it up. I'm telling you, Luke just needs an opportunity.
I agree.
A lot of people are after one season. Just remember, guys, even though he's a 3rd-round pick, he was still seen as developmental. Okay, and And the thing is with our fan bases, they try to jump ahead way too far. I'm like, this guy's a bust. I'm like, dude, did you really think that he was going to come out guns blazing? Like that only happened like players like that, it's like once every like 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
Terry, he was a third round draft pick, but he
yeah.
happened to be a star right away.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not going to get that all the time.
Yeah, you're not going to get it all the time. Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully Luke continues to step it up. I think he's when you watch him, he's running a lot better routes now. He's getting more snaps. So hopefully Jaden can find them.
Real quick, Jimmy, I want to point something out since you mentioned Luke. I don't think a lot of people realize this. At the beginning of last year, I think the first like 3 to 4 games, even though Luke had only like maybe like 3 or 4 catches, one of them was against, the big one against Cincinnati last year on Monday night, where he almost scored on that 4th down catch.
Yeah.
The first 4 games, Luke actually had the highest percentage of separation amongst receivers. That's one of the highest, top 5.
Yeah.
And it was just happened to be that and if you looked at some of the replays of where Luke was in routes, he was open a lot. It just Aiden at the time, his progression didn't really.
Hey, you're kind of cutting out.
Can you? Is this better?
That's better. Yeah, you were kind of like, yeah. Tyler Feliciano, shut up. You're a Giants fan. You don't care about.
But no, I just wanted to point that out. A lot of some people were giving up on Luke, saying he was a bust already.
Yeah,
but
it's his second year, dude. Yep. Come on, man. But anyway, so moving on. I think it's gonna be a closer game. I don't like making these kind of predictions, but I guess for the show we got to do it, right? Unfortunately, I think we lose. We're on the road. I think we'll lose, let's say 27-17.
Cool. All right, yeah, I think you made some good points there. One thing I will say, Jaden's back. I think he's going to be rusty. I don't know if he's going to be playing with the knee brace or not. If he does play with the knee brace, I know he said that he's never played with one before, so I'm sure it's going to be a little uncomfortable for him.
Different for him,
also, when you're wearing a knee brace, he's not going to be able to. I mean, he's going to be able to slide, but again, it's uncomfortable. I mean, who wants to slide with a knee brace? And I will think Jaden's going to be rusty. I think the first couple games this year that he's played in, he hasn't looked like he himself, from at least my standards that I know he can play. And I think we gotta, if we have a chance in this game, we really got to emphasize running the ball. I think we're top 5 in rushing, and for some reason we just top 2. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we got to rush the ball. We got to rush, and then set up play action or set up a screen, on the passes. It is a benefit to us that Joe Alt, I think he's not playing. He's a Pro Bowl. Yeah, Pro Bowl offensive lineman for the Chargers. So they're beat up on the O-line. I think, like I said, if we can get our run game going early, be aggressive early, and keep our defense fresh on the sideline, then I think it'll be to our advantage. I am worried about our secondary because they got Justin Herbert. We all know how he can sling it. They have Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, and it's going to be tough. I mean, if we had trouble against the Falcons, Chargers are, in my opinion, on another level. So I think we just got to tighten up. I mean, I think, as Tu said, we are going to be pissed off, but so are the Chargers. So it's really going to be an interesting game. One thing I do like that the Commanders did was, instead of traveling on tomorrow, which is what usually teams do, they traveled today, and they're going to be practicing in LA tomorrow and getting used to the time change tomorrow. So I think that was very smart of DQ and the team traveling a day early just to get in that time zone and be ready for the game.
As well.
Yeah. So
for sure.
I think that was smart. But my 2 key points, again, defense, secondary has to play much better. We got to get to Herbert on the D-line, and we have to run the ball, just run early and establish that early. I'm with Tu on this one. I don't think we have it. I think the Chargers are a better team. I don't think we're going to get the pressure that the Giants got on Herbert last week, which contributed to his 2 interceptions and the other turnovers. So Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be low scoring on our end because Jaden's a little rusty. So I'm going to say, I think I'm going to go like 31-17 Chargers on this one.
2 touchdown win for the Chargers, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Sure.
he's
All right.
definitely
All
he's
right.
definitely
So
he's definitely
it's
taking
on me,
advantage.
huh? It's on me. Let's see.
Yeah.
So yeah, you both made some good points. Obviously defense is a big concern. Ryan, you pointed out that Jaden's obviously going to be rusty, not having played the last couple weeks. I will point out, both teams will be, coming off of tough losses that probably should have been wins for both teams. So both teams are going to be motivated. The Chargers did lose to a really bad team with a quarterback starting. Granted, Jackson Dart.
That's what. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's what we said last week with the Falcons.
Yeah,
and they lost to the Panthers.
But this is different. This is different. Jackson Dart was making his first start.
It's a week-to-week league.
It's week to week. No, for sure, week to week. I'm not saying that the Chargers defense gave up anything because Jackson Dart did not have a good game. He only threw for like 111 yards. They were fortunate with the turnovers. I think two of the interceptions got returned inside the 5, and they still only ended up with 10 points.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I don't think that it was the Chargers defense. Yeah.
Tyler Feliciano says, "Whoa, bad about the Giants." He's a Giants fan.
How come
they're bad? The Giants are bad. There's no way around that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the Chargers struggled. I think their offensive line, with their 2 tackles missing, we have to take advantage of that. Dorrance Armstrong, Von Miller, Preston, Smith, and hopefully if he plays, they need to get pressure on Herbert this week with both their starting tackles out. And to your point on offensively, with Jaden being Ryan, what you said, with Jaden being rusty, coming back, I think the game plan from Kingsbury they're gonna ease them into it. I think they're going to run the ball. The Commanders are second in the league rushing. Interesting stat: they're second in the league in rushing yards, but they're 17th in attempts. So they have the number 1 per average rushing offense in the league. So they need to showcase that more. They've been successful at it. It's going to be tough. The Chargers defense is one of the top defenses in the league, but they need to take the pressure off of Jaden, especially with him just coming back after 2 weeks out. Showcase the run, showcase Bill, showcase C-Ross, showcase McNichols, and then maybe use play action pass to get some deep shots. I'm with you guys, honestly. I think, unfortunately, with all those things that we talked about, Jaden being a little rusty, he's missing Terry, he's missing Noah Brown. Our defense is not playing well, especially against the pass, and Herbert, is just chomping at the bit to make up for last week. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what you guys said. I think it's going to be like 24-20 Chargers. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tough, especially going on the road, going to the West Coast. Obviously, what you said, Dan Quinn made a good decision getting them there early to get them in the right mind frame for West Coast play, but I just don't think they have enough, especially with all the injuries and Jaden just coming back off of, being out for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Jaden's also going to have, maybe this is going to be some extra motivation for him to play well, but this is a homecoming game for him.
Homecoming for him, yep.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of family, friends, old teammates in the building. So
El Cajon! El Cajon!
Yeah,
what is
man.
that, it's high school?
That's high school, El Cajon.
Oh, 909.
Is that how you say it? Because I saw that spelled Cajon.
Yeah, it's Spanish, so Cajon.
Cajon?
Like cajones.
Okay.
Yeah, I went there. I went there.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's crazy. Okay, so we all have them losing. So unfortunately, going.
And I hope we're all wrong as well.
I also hope we're all
Hey,
wrong.
me too. But I just at
Hey,
this point,
actually,
yeah,
our record in LA isn't that bad.
yeah.
No, Jaden, I think we
couple
play.
times.
I think we play well indoors. I think we were undefeated last year indoors.
Oh, were
so,
we? Were we?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, SoFi Stadium's nice. Actually, one of my friends was like, "Yo, you should fly over so you can watch the game." I'm like, I don't
Nah,
think so.
that's a waste of money.
You know what? If we were like undefeated, I might think about
I mean, if it was like towards the end of the season,
With Terry, I get it. We're like with Terry, and we're missing a lot of players.
for sure.
yeah.
So in turn, what do we need? Like, do we obviously the season, isn't lost.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think that we need
For the
To
rest of
sure-
the season or in the
the
off
rest of-
season?
for the rest of the season?
I mean, I
Because
think we. I
we
think we.
can't talk about next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need a consistent edge rush. Whether it's
We need to bring
coming
more
from
pressure. If they, sorry to cut you off, Ryan, but
No, yeah.
I think with a 4-man rush that they've been trying to do, because obviously they think the secondary is a little bit weaker. They're only going to use a 4-man rush, but at this point, it hasn't been consistent. So
Dude.
you need to start bringing pressure, I'm not saying you need a pressure 90% of the time. That's not it. You just need a pressure when it's like third down or when it's
Dude,
third and long.
we don't even pressure 40% of the time.
Right.
No.
Or even when it's second and long. It was like 1st and 20 on a couple plays, and Penix was standing back there for 10 seconds. Like,
yeah, it was
that's the
just
time
so
to-
frustrating.
And they get 16 yards to make
Exactly.
it second and medium. It's
Yeah,
insane.
you didn't pressure anyway.
I
So
don't
what's-
fucking understand it.
Yeah,
I-
you gave up 16 yards on 1st and 20 with a 4-man rush. So
really don't get it.
why not bring a blitz?
Yeah,
at that point?
make it second and forever.
Right. Make
No.
it 2nd and 30. Make it
Yeah,
2nd and 28.
Yeah, you make it second and 25, and they still get 16 yards. That's still 3rd and 9 that you have. That's still 3rd
Yeah.
and long. I don't
Yep.
understand it at all.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
dude, what the fuck what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like I'm like I said,
I think the defensive play calling. So
it's bad.
I'll get into my hot take later,
It's bad.
but I think play calling is one needs to change from the defensive side from Joe Witt. He needs to be more aggressive.
Okay.
Obviously, the front four needs to apply more consistent pressure. Really, and honestly, I heard someone else say this too throughout this week. They need to tackle better. They missed a lot of tackles last week.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes,
They not
did.
only in the open
They
field.
they used to gang tackle, and then I don't know what happened to that.
They missed a bunch of tackles in the backfield for TFLs last week. They could have had like 5 or 6 TFLs. Granted, Bijan Robinson is one of the most elusive backs, but even Tyler Algier, he's not elusive. He's a banger, and you get 2-3 guys on him, you should be able to get him down. But on that touchdown run by Algier, like Von Miller had him in the backfield for like a 6-yard loss.
No, dude, we've seen it every
Yeah.
single game. Well,
Yep.
other than the Raiders game, but we've seen it inconsistent tackling
Yep.
throughout almost every single game. Kinlaw, as great as he's been, he had a bad game last game. Luvu, he has been underwhelming this year.
Yes.
He actually was the only, in my opinion, he's the only one that played well last week outside of Matt Gay.
Right. No,
He played well last week.
I agree with
Oh
you.
my God, our favorite player, Matt Gay.
Matt fucking Gay.
God damn it!
Was the best-
How did he go 4-for-4? I want someone else
Bro.
so bad.
I mean, that's-
he should be special teams player of the week. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe he heard us. I don't know.
maybe someone told him about our podcast.
I don't know.
bro.
I don't know. But it's wild. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But Luvu has been very underwhelming. Maybe last week was that kind of gets him going for the rest of the season because he's been pretty.
also, I
underwhelming.
read that he's been getting either doubled or treated as a big,
Yeah.
and that's why it's been different this year.
I mean, he's been there to make the plays and he hasn't. He hasn't been tackling very well.
He missed a bunch of he's missed a bunch of tackles this year.
Yeah.
Usually
So-
when he meets someone, like they go down, but this year, like he's
I don't.
been
Maybe he needs to eat some Wheaties. I don't know. Is Wheaties still a thing? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't see it when I go grocery shopping. That's for sure.
I mean, I know that shit is fucking dry as fuck. So yeah. Anyway,
I remember as a kid, man, like seeing the Wheaties commercials, and I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I really want Wheaties."
Yeah, and you see
I
athletes on
remember
the
the
box.
first time I ate it, I was like, "There is no sugar in this thing."
no, there is not. There is nothing.
Opposite of
nothing.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, it is
Right,
terrible.
right.
Frosted Flakes, the best.
Frosted Flakes
Yeah.
is good, but
One of the
Wheaties,
best.
dude,
We're not gonna, unless y'all want to get into a cereal debate, but it's okay.
You know what? You're gonna lose. Sorry.
No, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. There's no debate.
All
That's
right,
it.
I'm with you on that.
I've always been a Cheerios guy.
No,
Yeah.
well, shit.
I like the
that's good
multigrain.
too. The
Yeah,
Honey
I like
Nut
the-
Cheerios.
The Honey Nut Cheerios, bro.
It's a classic. It's
You
a
don't
classic.
even need milk on those things.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you don't need really milk on Cinnamon
On
Toast
regular
Crunch either.
Cheerios, yeah.
Dude, it's Cinnamon
Yeah.
Toast Crunch is my shit. But the
Fair.
best combo with milk, it's got to be Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
frosted
it's
and the
good.
sugar. You get that
Yeah.
sweet milk, almost condensed
Yeah,
milk
dude.
at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah,
It's like mother's milk or whatever the fuck.
or milk of
Anyways,
the poppy from Game of Thrones. Milk of the
Yeah.
poppy.
so big
I
news
just love
came
saying
out.
milk of the poppy.
So big news came out the other day. The NFL just tabbed one
Oh
of the
yeah.
biggest acts in the world. His name is Bad Bunny. And
Who?
there's been Bad Bunny.
Of course, the
okay.
white guy would say who.
Yeah. So Bad Bunny, if you didn't know, is a world global icon reggaeton artist. Okay, for those that don't know who he is, and for whatever reason, he has caused an uproar throughout the NFL world, throughout fans, whatever it is. People are saying stuff like, "Oh, they got an artist that doesn't even have English music in his music." What do you guys think?
Oh, where do we even begin with this?
This
man?
is not really a thing that we talk about, but
It
it's
isn't.
kind of-
It isn't.
It's,
It
it's
isn't.
kind of taking the world by the sports world by
It's
storm.
funny, because
is.
there's been obviously a huge uproar, controversy over the NFL picking Bad Bunny as the halftime show. There are those out there in the interwebs that have a very strong opinion about why he shouldn't be, performing at the halftime show. And most people don't realize how big a megastar that he is around the world. And at the end of the day, the NFL is a business. They're for entertainment, they're sports, but they're a business. When you get down to the nitty-gritty, they're a business.
Yep.
And they're going to select who they feel projects and brings viewers in. And obviously the NFL has been trying to expand internationally, with their international games in Sao Paulo and Ireland, Germany, all those different places. And to me, this makes, from a business aspect, makes total sense. Why wouldn't you bring a megastar that's internationally known to do your halftime show?
Right.
So that's
Gonna get more
kind of the way
views.
I look at it.
More viewership.
I will say this. I found it funny, those in the interwebs that have their strong opinions about, Bad Bunny not having any English, songs in his catalog and all that.
It's insane, dude.
Being from Puerto Rico, I do find it very funny that there was a meme out there that listed like some of the past, previous performers in the Super Bowl. Like Rihanna, The Who, Rolling Stones, Coldplay. There were a few others too. None of them were U.S. citizens. And guess who's a U.S. citizen? Bad Bunny. Because why?
Are you
Puerto
telling me?
Rico is a U.S. territory.
Are you telling me his president is the same president we have?
Yeah.
That's
Believe
insane.
that.
That's
Believe
insane.
that.
Wow.
That's insane.
Believe that.
Yo,
So,
what are you
I won't
drinking
go
over
off on a completely tangent. Those are my thoughts. I'll let you guys take over.
Ryan, I know you don't really have much to say on it, but just say something.
Why would you assume that? Because I'm white?
Hey, I don't see color.
My daughters have
Well,
Hispanic.
I mean, to be fair, sorry.
I
So,
don't
to
see
be
color,
fair,
bro. I don't see color, bro.
Jimmy, man, you're almost the same complexion as Ryan right now on my screen for some reason.
Bro, that's wild. We're gonna have to fix that in post. No. Yeah. Anything you gotta say on it, Ryan? Oh, I think he's putting on a song. I
Get
don't
ready,
know.
boys.
I don't
man.
listen to his music. I have no idea what this is.
So, all right, here's my thoughts on it. Jay-Z is responsible for tapping the halftime performer. And I think, he did a good job picking Bad Bunny. It's going to be difficult. His music is fun to listen to, I guess. He has good beats. I mean, but, I don't know what he's going to be saying. What? So I
Put
have
on
kind of a
Google
predict.
Translate, man. Put
I
on
have
Google
kind of
Translate.
I have kind of a prediction, okay? So he does know English. He doesn't speak it very well, but he does know English. So I think it's gonna be a shot to all the haters when he comes out, starts in Spanish, couple songs, then out of nowhere just busts out, starts singing in English, and just says, f the haters. So that's what I think is gonna happen, and that would be awesome if it
Is
did
this going to
happen.
be like a Janet Jackson,
Crazy.
Justin Timberlake moment where it's just like everyone's in awe, shock and
Maybe
awe?
if
I mean,
if he sings one song in English, yeah, I think
bro,
so.
that was a different kind of shock and awe. To
Yeah,
be
Well,
honest.
that was.
If,
Yeah.
if we really want to, I mean, J Lo and Shakira, whew, that was an all timer for me.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
But
that's
yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, it's different, but my personal opinion, I told you guys this earlier in the week. I was hoping for Mrs. Dua Lipa. She got a lot of hits.
Gee.
She's
My
internationally known too.
my girl and I would CBS had a concert back in like March that they aired on TV. It was like an hour-long Dua Lipa concert, and it was just like banger after banger. It helps when she looks good as well, but
Was that the one that was in like the
yeah, it was
British
like
Symphony?
it was in a ballroom or
She's-
something.
Yeah. That was actually a really good
I mean,
performance.
yeah, she has a
Dua
lot
Lipa's
of
bad.
hits, and she's hot. So
All right,
Dua
calm down,
Lipa-
Jimmy.
Dua
Calm
Lipa's
down,
bad.
Jimmy.
Nah,
she's super bad.
she
She's
does it for
incredibly
me.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot.
Dua Lipa is bad.
But anyway, regards to Bad Bunny, hope he kills it. Would I have picked Bad Bunny? No, because this country's English. Like I said to you guys earlier, it's like Chris Stapleton going to Argentina and
You
performing.
realize it's still not the official language of America.
We don't have it. Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't have
an official language.
But
Well,
I
my,
mean,
my point is, it's
get what
just
he's
like
saying.
it's
Get what
equivalent
he's
to Chris Stapleton going to Argentina during
It is
soccer
not
match,
even
and
close. It is
Yeah, it
not even
is.
close.
It
I'm
is.
I'm sure they have international shows.
him singing about cigarettes and Budweiser. I'm like,
It's not close.
I mean, I get what he's saying.
No, I
and
get what he's saying.
I don't disagree with it, but to get mad, like people like I don't want.
I mean, to get angry, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even want to say his name, Jason Shitlock. Okay, this guy had a lot to say. He's
oh,
basically
Jason Whitlock, yeah.
no Jason Shitlock. Shitlock. Jason Shitlock.
He's putting
He's
that
an
out there.
Bro, he's a moron. He's an idiot. So I watched.
Worse than Adam Rank?
Adam Rank is an idiot, like prediction wise. I mean, I don't know how he is. I've never read any.
Man,
Dude,
y'all
Jason
love
Whitlock
Adam
is
Rank.
worse. Jason Whitlock is obviously the worst.
He's pretty bad. He's gotten pretty bad.
He is like literally the other end of the spectrum. I'm telling you. Okay, so like, and like basically he was saying things like, "Oh, this guy's gay. He's trans. He wears dresses or whatever the fuck. He's an ally. Whatever. So what? So what if he wears dresses, dude? Russell Westbrook wore a dress. So what? It's just fashion. It's not like they do that, on their day off. Like, they do that shit for fashion. And plus, Bad Bunny, he's probably he's probably had more tail than Jason Whitlock ever has in one day over his entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to call him all that stuff, like, bro, come on. You haven't seen your dick in the last 15 years. Seriously.
He's probably jealous he can't fit into the stuff that Bad Bunny is wearing. That's probably it.
Yeah, he wants to wear those little itty
Yeah,
bitty.
he's just like, oh man, I can't get into that.
Yeah, bro, that shit is. Come on, man. That shit, like, who cares? Like, why do you care so much? And then they're also trying to tie in the halftime show with patriotism. Like, bro, I get it. We love America. Football is America's sport. This and that, but it's a fucking halftime show.
Yeah.
Seriously. We've had Michael Jackson on before. We've had Shakira, Rihanna, Coldplay, the Who, Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, U2. We've had Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like
Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Yeah, we've had all these acts on there, but just because he doesn't have English lyrics, this causes
that's to me, that's the biggest thing is like,
¿Qué pasa?
I don't think people understand. Was that?
He said, "¿Qué pasa?"
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa?
That's at the end of the day, the NFL is a business. They're trying to get international viewers, more international viewers. They're trying to make
I think
football
we have that though.
international.
We go to Europe every year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to make it national. It's not just a U.S. sport anymore.
Yeah.
You know, flag football has become huge internationally.
Plus, the Super Bowl is globally broadcasted.
Globally,
So you guys think?
countries.
So do you guys think some family in Colombia that heard Bad Bunny is going to be on or going to watch the Super Bowl just for that reason, and then all of a sudden become NFL fans next year? I don't think so.
Well, you never know.
Hey, that's how advertising works, man.
Yeah, you never know. You really never know.
As long as they get your eyes on it, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Because how advertising works.
Yeah, advertising is just through means of visuals. That's it.
Visuals.
I know what it is.
Do you remember that commercial?
Doesn't mean it always works.
It doesn't mean that it won't either.
The more reach
50-50.
that you have, the more it's not really 50-50. It's the more reach you have.
Right.
You know.
You know, it's like you said, Ryan, like, you know, that family in Brazil that's not into US football, all of a sudden, you know, they see the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny playing. They're like, "Oh man, like that's pretty cool. Oh wait, they have one game here every year now. Let's go watch it next year just to see what it's about." That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's
and
all
hopefully they
need.
become fans of the Commanders.
Yeah, you know, hey, you know,
whatever.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
We are going to Portugal. We are playing in Portugal.
Yeah.
Or no, Spain. Sorry.
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Man, I was really wanting to go to that one. Not to go off topic, but it was like 6K, 6.5K for the total package.
I don't know about
I said nope, can't do that.
I don't know all that.
Yeah, no, it's just you know, I think people nowadays they're, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna say
the country's sensitive. That's all it is.
It is.
Country's
It's
sensitive.
insane, bro. It's like really.
Yeah, never mind.
Dude, unlock the Epstein files.
There's so many other things we need to worry about than besides.
Government's not even working right now, man.
Everyone knows what was going down. So, my opinion, it's not a big deal. They just want to know who was in it. Obviously, Trump, you know, whatever. I'll leave it for another day offline.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off camera. You know, this is not a political podcast, but anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna shift a little bit here. We've seen in kind of a little trend, an upward trend in the NFL with all these injuries happening this year and obviously last week, and even within the last couple of years as well. Is the 17-game season a bad idea?
No, I'll start this off. I think 17 games is good. I think the problem is the lack of playing time for players in the preseason. Games don't matter, and two, you've been a big advocate in saying that for all these years. Preseason doesn't matter, and I totally agree. But when it comes to this game of football, where you're getting tackled to the ground all the time, you're getting hit, you're getting beat up, you need reps. Your body needs reps. And when these players don't play an ounce of preseason, once the season starts and you're playing a whole game, chances are you're going to get hurt. And you're right. The uptick in injuries this year has been insane. I saw Adam Schefter's Instagram post just last Sunday. He had a list of like 30 players, 35 players that are out. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? You would think it's like week 15 or something. So
Yeah.
I just think my answer to that is just lack of reps in the preseason. I feel that starters should play at least a quarter every game just to get their bodies right. Not maybe they don't need to go full speed 100%, but at least be on the field for a quarter, getting your legs going, getting your reps, and that's
Get
it.
hit.
And then get hit. I mean, that's why honestly, and I don't want to bring this up, but I think that's why Terry got hurt. Just no training camp, no nothing, no preseason. Ran full speed on that play, dove like a freaking pencil straight, like got hurt. So
Getting stretched out by a defender too.
yeah, I mean,
Oh wow, yeah.
Sounds weird. That sounds weird.
I mean, he was getting tackled. And he was getting stretched out by the defender. Man, why you gotta take it there? Why do you gotta take it there?
Because
Dua Lipa's still on his mind.
I know, right?
I'm
Get
immature.
Dua Lipa off your mind, bro. We're trying to
can't.
finish up this podcast here.
She's on my monitor, my second monitor.
I do not
so,
want to know what's going on under that screen right now.
Yeah, lack of preseason. Oh my god! Wow, man, the Rams are getting destroyed right now. Jeez.
I forgot there's a game on.
I will say I never liked the NFL expanding to 17 games. Not only for in terms of injuries for the players, it just puts records they don't hold their value anymore. 1,000-yard receiving season, 1,000-yard, rushing seasons, 4,000 yards passing. It kind of those numbers have less meaning now when you have 17 games versus 16 games. Especially when you're talking about 1,000-yard rushing and 1,000-yard receiving seasons. And the fact that they had to obviously take away a preseason game in order to make up for the NFL labor union. It's one of those things where it's going to affect you. When you had four preseason games, you knew that the second and third games the starters are playing, whereas now, like Brian said, they're barely playing maybe a quarter or two the entire offseason, if at all. So a lot of these players sit out the entire preseason now. And that football is a game of it's you need to be hit. I mean, tackling is not, it needs to be practiced over and over again. You can't just say you're going to take 6 months off and, go into the first game or even first 4 games of a regular season and be like, yeah, I'm used to being tackled, being brought to the ground by 3 different players, or tackling a 250-pound running back running at me at 20 miles an hour. You need to get those reps in preseason now. And, especially with the collective bargaining agreement the way it is, you can't really hit a lot anymore in the preseason and off-season,
Yeah, that's why they have OTAs and
OTAs. They have less, sessions now with the collective bargaining agreement. So there's less time for them to be in pads. They can only be in pads a certain amount of times during the off season. And that definitely has affected the quality of play and the quality and also, the health of players. One thing I will bring up too, I think it's also been talked about the last couple of seasons from the players, is the move from natural surfaces over to synthetic surfaces. A lot of stadiums making that move. And I know the players don't like it. I would have preferred a natural surface over, synthetic turf field any day of the week, especially if it's pristine and maintained like NFL fields are. But a lot of teams are moving away from natural surfaces. And, with synthetic surfaces, your knee gets caught in there, your foot gets caught, gets twisted the wrong way. It's led to a lot more serious ACL and Achilles injuries over the last few years.
Isn't that what MetLife has?
Yep. MetLife. Yeah. Majority of the stadiums in the NFL are synthetic surfaces now.
A lot of the stadiums are putting in the.
Why was everyone tripping about MetLife over Neighbors?
Because their turf has been notoriously bad. There's been a lot of injuries.
About 5-6 stars.
Yeah. Yep. It was like a veteran stadium back in the day. It was notoriously bad for injuries.
I mean, that was AstroTurf.
Yeah. But I'm just saying MetLife has kind of the same, as Veteran Stadium.
I remember AstroTurf was
Yep.
pretty bad for a lot of people. So for me, like Ryan said, I've never liked the 17-game season because one, you're taking away one more game for the guys that are trying to make the team.
Yep.
You already know who your core of the players that are going to make the team are, and you give them. It used to be that in the third game they played an entire first half, right?
Yep.
They play the first. They play the
Or
first.
even into the third quarter sometimes.
Yeah. They play the first drive in the first game. Second, they play a whole quarter, and then the third game they play an entire half.
Yep.
And then the fourth game, all your bubble guys, all your third, fourth, fifth stringers, they all get all that playing time. With the 17-game season, they lost one game. So now, like I'm with you, Ryan. I think the starters should play more, but at the same time, the guys that are fighting for playoff spots, they don't get
roster
the
spots.
opportunity.
Roster spots.
Roster spots. They don't have the opportunity that they did before when it was a 16-game season. So that for me, that dwindles down the quality of the play, because now with the 17-game season, we have 3 games and then an extra regular. I mean, it's cool. I like watching more NFL football. I'm with you on that, but the quality has gone down. And right now we're seeing an uptick in those injuries because they're just not ready, because teams are too scared in the preseason to put their starters out there because the games don't mean anything in the sense of winning and losing. Like, I totally get it though. I'm with you that starters should be playing more, but again, there's more guys trying to make the teams than your core foundational players that are starters.
Correct. I get what you're saying, but we're talking about why are there so many injuries, and
and it's because of the 17-game season, man.
Well, there's only been 4 games, so why do you think there's been so many injuries? What is your answer to that?
Because
preseason, lack of reps in the preseason.
Yeah, I said, what I just said right now, I'm with you on that. But this is we didn't really have this kind of uptick in injuries until the last couple years, as well as the quality of the play in the beginning of the NFL season. Yep. And it's because the starters or the main backups, they're not playing enough during preseason.
You see it in the scores the last few seasons. The first week scoring is always down.
Oh, it's always under.
It's always like 17-13 or 14-10 or 20-14. It's super low scoring the first week. Yeah. And it's like, oh, what the hell? Why is no one scoring?
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, the second and third weeks, people are scoring 40-some points.
Exactly. It's like I said, when we had 4 preseason games, the first game, the starters come out for one drive. Second game, a whole quarter. Third game, a whole half. Fourth game, they sit out the entire game, and then the bubble guys really get a whole game to try to show what they can do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to your point too, Jimmy, the bubble guys getting less of an opportunity. The cut downs were more gradual too back in the day.
That's right. Now you keep all of them up until the end.
Literally, it goes from 90 to 53. Within 2 days.
48 hours.
Within 48 hours. And it used to be go 90 to 70 to 53.
It used to be from week to week to week.
Yeah.
So so it's even more tough to make the teams now. Yeah. And
we don't get that opportunity to kind of see, okay, this guy might have another week to impress me. He could stay on the team. It's like, oh, we got to cut freaking, what is it? 37 people.
So Tyler has a question. Neighbors got hurt on turf. Tyreek got hurt on grass. Is it the surface or player preparation? What do you guys think?
I think I was gonna. That's a good point because Tyreek was, on natural surface. That was just a very strange play. You don't see that type of play and that type of injury consistently. Whereas
he's also 31, 32.
Again, that injury though is very. You don't see
that
type of gruesome, ugly injury on a consistent basis. Whereas you see the non-contact injury with Malik Neighbors almost on a weekly basis. Someone's getting hurt, tearing an ACL or Achilles. So I don't think it's player preparation. I think it's more. It is a field surface. It has to do more with that, with like a lot of these, soft tissue injuries.
Fair.
I think Tyreek was just, anomaly.
Yeah.
Anomaly. I mean, it
Yeah,
just
I think
he got twisted the wrong way, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the replay, first of all, Tyreek was playing well that game. I think he had like
Yeah.
6 catches, 60 yards, something like that. So he was playing well. So it has nothing to do with his preparation, Tyler. I think that it was just, as Qua said, a freak accident. When he stepped out of bounds on the left, when he stepped with his left leg, it just kind of
Got
bent
stuck.
inward, and
Yeah.
then it got stuck, and then he got tackled. So it was just
Yeah.
it's a freak accident. But great question. I mean, that's something that definitely could think about. But in Tyreek's case, I just think it was unfortunate. But karma.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you watch Malik Neighbors' injury. All he was doing was literally jumping off his right foot,
Yeah.
and it popped.
And then he landed, right?
Yeah.
Was it on the land or on the jump?
I think it was on the jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the jump. Oh.
It was on the jump. It was when
The Neighbors. We're talking about Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors. It was on the jump. You saw it. Like he jumped and he already started like grabbing his knee when he jumped.
Insane.
So yeah, I think it's definitely more surface related. There's been a lot of injuries on synthetic surfaces, but in particular, MetLife Stadium. So
not to ramble about this too, but what was actually Alex Smith was more of a hit.
That was a hit too. That was at Commanders. That was on grass. But that was
FedEx Field was grass, right?
That's grass, yeah.
But that was still it wasn't like that.
That was
a soft tissue.
That's a once in a lifetime freak injury that we won't see for another like 10, 20 years.
Right.
It's just random, just bad.
I feel the same way about Tyreek, because it's kind of one of those freak injuries. He twisted the wrong way while his foot was caught while being tackled.
It's crazy. I thought his leg snapped, man. It's just crazy. That's just his knee.
I don't want to think about it. All right, moving on, because I'm getting woozy. All right, moving on.
You can never be a doctor, dude.
I couldn't be a doctor, but I can handle some of
I know I can. I can't stand the sight of blood. I can never be a doctor.
That's why I'm a doctor of computers. Anyway, I can fix a computer anytime, but nah. All right, moving on. So we have our 3 games of the week. We each get 1 pick. Last week, we don't count ties. Unfortunately, the Cowboys and Packers game ended up in a tie. Last week, Ryan was 1-1. Me and Qua were 0-2. I will divvy up the standings later on. But what was the standings the week before? Anyone remember?
The week before?
We didn't do one the week before. Last week.
Yeah.
4-0 thing again is crazy.
Oh no, you're talking about week 1. It wasn't the week before. It was week 1, buddy. Week 1.
But we're counting. We're starting it from last week.
No. You can't throw away 4 wins like that. Where's the tape, bro? Where's the tape?
I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
Where's the tape, bro?
God damn it, Ryan!
Where's the tape?
It's
like the
right,
Jimmy.
Anyway.
This is like the Epstein files, man. Where are the files?
Tightly packed.
Just released the video.
Hey, I'm gonna start off. My game of the week is gonna be the Broncos and the Eagles. Team that's 2-2, going into Philadelphia, who's 4-0. The Broncos have a very, very, very good defense. Defensive Player of the Year. The reason why I'm even bringing this up is because my friend Pat, he's an Eagles fan. He's like, "Oh, you don't talk about the Eagles, Eagles." And then our boy Johnny Qua, he's a Broncos fan. Of course, he wants to talk about the Broncos, so we're gonna talk about the Broncos and the Eagles. So right now, 2 of my boys, they're facing off. I don't want. You know what? I want another tie because I don't want either of them to win. Seriously, I think it's going to be a good game. One great team and one team that has a great defense. Bo Nix, though, very underwhelming this year. Very underwhelming. Yes, Ryan?
Are the Eagles that great, or they just know how to win, if that makes sense? Because I don't think they're playing great. I just think somehow...
They're not. They're playing down to their competition.
For sure. Every game's been close.
But They are Super Bowl winning, defending Super Bowl champions.
And they're 4-0.
Teams like that find ways to win.
Right.
Because they should have lost to LA last week.
They could have lost to Dallas, honestly, too, in the first week.
I'm not going to go that far.
No, they could have lost that game. Dak could have had a chance at a game-winning drive.
I didn't see Dallas. Yeah. I mean, even though Dallas was threatening, but yeah, you're right. I hope both of them. I hope they tie. I'm not gonna say I think the Eagles are gonna win, but I hope they tie. Does that make any sense?
So who you got?
I got the Eagles winning.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a close one.
Okay.
And they're going to be 5-0, and something is going to happen in the game where they're going to get lucky as shit.
All right.
Okay.
Like two block field goals.
No, like maybe Bo Nix is going to like fucking run it in for like a 20-yard touchdown, and right before he hits the goal line, he'll do something stupid with the ball, and then the Eagles are going to pick it up for a touchdown, game-winning touchdown, the other side of the field or something like that. Like, dude, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I hate it.
The Eagles are so lucky.
Yeah, I hate it.
But I think I mean,
they're what the Kansas City Chiefs were for the past 5 years.
You got to score.
They better not be. They better not.
What it's looking like. Remember that year where like how it was like last year. It was last year where Chiefs were like what 9-1 or 10-1, and they kept on winning. 2-point games,
but I'm saying
before,
I don't want.
But I don't hate the Chiefs like the Eagles, so I didn't care about it.
Yeah, like it's whatever. I think the Eagles are gonna win against the Broncos, but I think it's gonna be close. J.K. Dobbins looks like a career revival with the Broncos, and good thing because I picked him up in fantasy. I actually drafted him like really late round, and he's. Right now, he's got 323 yards on 57 carries and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, hope, knock on wood that he doesn't get hurt. So, yeah, I'm going to need a big day from him. I'm going to need Bo Nix to play a lot better. 4 interceptions in the first 4 games. Cincinnati, bro. Come on. Let's be real. Cortland Sutton's playing well. 266 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first 4 games. Bo Nix, though, 4 interceptions in 4 games. That's not very good. He needs to play a little bit better for them to have any chance of winning. But Jalen Hurts can play like shit in one half and have 17 yards passing, and the Eagles will still win. That team is just built offense, defense, special teams, coaching, front office, that they are kind of the cream of the crop right now. So, but in terms of this Sunday, I have the Eagles winning. I think they will win, let's say, 24-21.
All right.
So, to piggyback off your game, we have to do a prediction for all games. So, I do have a game in mind, but I got the Broncos winning this one.
Okay.
I don't think the Eagles have faced the defense as tough as the Broncos this year. I think they're going to try to force feed A.J. Brown, and Sutton's going to get a pick. I think the Broncos are going to shut down Saquon. I don't think it's going to be high scoring at all. I see this being a very, very low scoring game. So I'm going to go with the Broncos 17-13.
You stole my thunder there with the Broncos defense. Yeah, no, made a good point there, Ryan. Eagles, they haven't seen a defense like the Broncos yet this year. The Broncos offense got right against the Bengals. The Bengals just look like a mess right now without Joe Burrow. Their defense was never good. And now that Burrow can't, throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns a game, that team is just, they're a shell of themselves.
As the young kids say, cooked.
Yeah, definitely cooked. So Bo Nix looked pretty good, against a really bad Bengals team right now. Denver, I think they have the corners to shut down, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown.
Yep.
Patrick Surtain, he's probably going to be matched up with Brown most of the day. and Riley Moss is going to be probably matched up with Devontae Smith. I think their run defense is good too. They're probably not going to allow Barkley to go wild. I agree with you, Ryan. I think the Broncos are going to take this. It's going to be a lower scoring game.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I think it's going to be like 20-16 Broncos. That type of score.
That's a good score. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to come down to turnovers, and I think the Broncos will create enough turnovers for their offense to get 20 points.
So the over/under is 43.5 right now. So it's.
I don't think they're going to get there. Honestly.
No, same here. Yeah. All right, so my game of the week. And honestly, this is really dumb, but my game of the week is solely based on jerseys.
Oh, bro, you're taking my game of the week too.
Okay, well, it could be both of ours, but I could just pick another one. But
as soon as you said jerseys, man, I was like,
I like Tampa Bay and Seattle.
Yep.
They're both. Hold on, let me see.
They're both 3-1.
Yeah, they're both 3-1. In my opinion, Baker kind of struggled last week. Obviously, they played the Eagles, but yeah, I mean, I really don't have much to say on this. I just like the jersey matchup, and so I'm gonna go ahead and take Seattle. I think that their defense is really good, probably on par with the Broncos, maybe top 5 defense. I don't know the exact stats, but it's in Seattle as well. So Tampa Bay has to travel to the West Coast. We all know how that is. Vice versa with West Coast teams traveling to East Coast. It's just hard to adjust. So I got Seattle in this one. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. So I'm going to go Seattle 34 and Tampa Bay 28, or no, let's do 34-31 Seattle. Yeah, I just think Baker without Mike Evans doesn't really have any weapons outside of Emeka Ubeka.
Bucky Irving?
He's out.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah, he's on injured reserve.
Wait, who's their other guy?
Rashad White.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't have Mike Evans, don't have Bucky Irving, and they have Chris Godwin, but he's had so many injuries. He's just not the same player as he was. And I think Emeka is going to get shut down by the Seattle defense. They're going to focus on him, and then Buccaneers really don't have anyone outside of him offensively. So definitely got Seattle in this one. I would be very surprised if Tampa Bay wins. But that's my game of the week. Seattle 34, Tampa Bay, let's do 28. Let's bring them down.
Hey, you just went from 34-31 to 34-28.
Yeah, let's bring it down a little bit. All right,
since you took my game of the week, I do have a lot to say about this game. So start off. I'm not going to go against the creamsicle jerseys. They're too fresh.
They're so good.
They're way too fresh for Tampa to lose.
Yeah.
I'll start out by saying I'm not going to bet against Baker Mayfield. I think a lot of people have done that in the last 2 years, and he's proven that he's a legitimate franchise quarterback now. I think even without Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield will find a way to find a Mecca.
I will say, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do agree with you. I think Baker Mayfield's a very good quarterback, and I think he's definitely better than Sam Darnold. So I'll give you that. They have the edge quarterback-wise for sure.
Yeah, and that's my biggest thing. That's why I think, I'll give my score at the end here, but that's why I think, not just because of the creamsicle uniform, classic creamsicle uniform. I think they have an edge in quarterback play. I think Tampa's defense is good enough to confuse Sam Darnold. He's shown, even though he had a great year last year, he's having a pretty good year again this year. At times when there's pressure type defense, when Minnesota or when Detroit really shut him down at the end of last season, he had a really, really bad game, and it carried into the playoffs for him too. I think, with the way the Tampa runs their defense, they show a lot of pressure. They bring a lot of pressure. It's going to be the battle of the Ohio State wide receivers. JSN versus Becca.
They kind of look alike too, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Cousins.
Yeah.
They look like cousins.
But I think. But I think Tampa, coming off that tough loss to the Philly, they need a bounce back win. I think they want to get right. They have championship aspirations this year. I think Baker is, he always plays with a chip on his shoulder, but I think especially now, with the type of team that they have and the type of, future that they have for this season, I think Tampa takes this. I don't think it's going to be quite as high scoring as you think it's going to be, Ryan. 28-21. I'm taking Tampa on this with the creamsicle jerseys.
Okay. So for me, I love Baker Mayfield. I wasn't a big fan of him coming out of college because I thought he was just like, he wasn't that good. And he wasn't. But now, since he joined Tampa Bay, he's become one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's got the moxie for sure.
Always had the moxie. He's always had that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying the moxie, the swagger, the confidence. He's always confident. Sam Darnold, though, he's been playing well. He obviously isn't the Darnold last year that was throwing 15 touchdowns the first 4 games or 5 games or whatever it was for the Vikings. So I think it's because he's just learning a new playbook and getting acquainted with new players. I mean, he did that with the Vikings as well. So, but he's just not the same as he was last year.
They have a better running game in Seattle too.
Yeah, he's still really good. He's still good. But I think I'll take Baker because of the type of quarterback that he is, the leadership that he exudes. The rest of the team.
And they have the creamsicle uniforms, obviously.
I'm not going to say that word. But
what's wrong with creamsicle?
Nothing.
You don't like orange creamsicle soda? Like that's like the best soda.
Orange
creamsicle soda. You've never had an orange creamsicle soda.
I drink Sunkissed.
Oh, that's not the same.
Actually, I don't think I've ever had.
You've never had a Sunkissed float with vanilla ice cream in it?
Never.
That's basically a creamsicle.
No, my stomach would turn and I'd puke my brains out.
I've had a root beer float.
Bro.
But anyway,
hey, do yourself a favor and make yourself a Sunkissed float.
I'm gonna go.
It'll change your life.
I'm gonna go with 20-12. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game.
20-12.
20-12.
Wow.
Bucks.
Man, can we take a win off? Can we give to an automatic L for that? That's awful.
Hey, just watch 20-12.
All right. So since Ryan stole my thunder and took my game of the week,
20-12.
My game of the week is going to be the Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason I say this is both of these teams had super high expectations coming into the season, but both these teams are currently sitting at 1-3. Houston, obviously has won the AFC AFC South for the last few years with CJ Stroud at quarterback. He, everyone talked about his sophomore slump last year. He's having a junior year slump in year 3. I don't know what's going on with CJ Stroud. Obviously, he has a different offensive coordinator now as well. But the Texans' offense is not what they should be. Yes, they won last week. They shut out, a pretty bad Tennessee Titans team. They don't look good at all, even with Cam Ward there. There's something interesting now. A side point, Cam Ward versus Will Levis numbers. Will Levis, through his first 5 games, actually has much better numbers than Cam Ward. And Will Levis was not a first overall draft pick.
Cam Ward is ass.
I thought he would be better, but he does not look good. But anyway, back to my game of the week matchup. So Houston has been super disappointing. Obviously, the Ravens 1-3. They have Super Bowl aspirations. They're sitting at 1-3. All their losses, both their losses at the beginning of the season were tough, close games to really good teams. And then they just threw up a complete stinker against Kansas City. Yeah. I think we all, thought that Kansas City was on the downswing. They showed up last week and beat the snot out of the Ravens.
It was like a slow burn, though. It's like a slow burn.
Yeah. I mean, they ended up beating the snot out of them. But the Ravens, I think the most curious thing about this NFL season is how bad the Ravens defense is. I think they're just as bad as like the Dallas Cowboys defense in terms of third down percentage, yardage given up, and points given up. They're right up there with the Dallas, how bad the Dallas defense is. Obviously, that's not going to win them championships. Lamar's hamstring injury, who knows how long that's going to take for him to recover. They're not going to have him for the next few weeks. For the Ravens, if they lose this game, they're going to have a tough time getting into the playoffs.
I disagree with you there for the fact that the Ravens' schedule is a cakewalk after their next couple games. The division leader right now is the Steelers, and if I pull up their schedule, their last 9 games is brutal. And I think even if the Ravens lose this one, they have a chance.
Here's my thought on that. So Ravens lose this, either one of these teams, it doesn't matter if the Ravens, Texans lose this game, but I'll give my prediction. Either one of these teams, they lose this game, they're going to have a real tough time getting into the playoffs, both having, playoff aspirations and one of them being Super Bowl contenders. But even with that said, I think with Baltimore, with Lamar being out, with their defense, playing the way they have been, unless they make a complete turnaround this week and shut down C.J. Stroud, I don't see that happening like right away for this Baltimore defense. I think Houston's going to win this game. Their offense is not that good, so it's not going to be a high scoring game. Baltimore's probably going to lean on Derrick Henry more this game, but I think the Houston Texans will win this 20-14. And that's the other thing. I actually, now that I brought up this game, what are your thoughts on Derrick Henry? Do you think he's finally slowing down? Because after the first week in which he, ran for almost 200 yards against the Buffalo Bills, he has been almost non-existent for the past 3 weeks.
No,
I think he hasn't slowed down. I think the fumbles got to him mentally, and then I think the Ravens don't play him enough. It's weird. They were running. They didn't really play him last week, and that was strange. But I don't think he's slowing down. I don't
think he's slowing down either. I just think that. It was a blowout against Cleveland, so he sat out just like any other of the starters. Against Detroit, I didn't really watch the game, but from what I'm seeing, it was tightly contested, and they lost 38-30. But with the Lions,
and he missed that one. That was a great game.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
Yeah, I don't know where I was. And then against KC, they got down because it like I said, it was a slow burn, and they were running the ball. But then it got out of hand real quick. So the Ravens, they needed to start passing it more because they had limited time to come back. So once you get down 14 and then 17 points, you kind of have to start throwing the ball a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So unless you're us, where we're down 17 and we just run the ball with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That was frustrating as well, man. We were playing like we had the lead. It was
yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so I think for the game, I'm kind of with Qua. Who'd you say again?
Texans 20-14.
Yeah. 20-14 Texans. You know what? I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go Ravens because Cooper Rush, he has been shown in the past to be a serviceable backup. And he's, helped the Cowboys win some games, and I think he'll take that here with the Ravens. I think they'll run the ball more. Hopefully, Derrick Henry, his fumbles are out of the way. He's too good to keep that as a mental, to keep
crutch.
That. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's just, dude, the guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
So I got the Ravens. 28-17.
Wow.
All right, so I think this is going to be a crappy game. I'm just going to give it to the Ravens just because they have the home field advantage. I think the whole team is pretty pissed off the way they've been playing. And Houston flat out sucks. They have a terrible coach. They have a terrible quarterback. They only have Nico
Wow.
Collins. CJ Stroud's he's not good. He had a good rookie year, and what has he done since then? He's done nothing.
Yeah, he's not really playing well right now.
Not just right now, but last year as well. Like I said, crappy game all around. I'll take the Ravens like 24-17. I really don't have too much on this game.
All right, sounds good. Moving on. So, well, not moving on yet. So far, Denver versus Philly. We got Ryan and Qua picking the Broncos. I picked the Eagles. For the Tampa Bay Seattle game, Ryan, you pick Seattle. Me and Qua pick Tampa Bay. Houston against Baltimore. Ryan and me, we picked the Ravens, and Qua, you picked the Texans. Okay. Sounds good. Moving on.
And then we all got the Chargers as well. Right.
Yeah, for the Commanders game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. I'm not really counting that.
Why? It's a pick.
Okay, fine.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because we all picked the same team anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but a W could matter week 17.
What do we win again by the end of this?
Bragging rights?
$20 Venmo. I don't know.
yeah, bragging rights. Is that what we're doing?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. So next segment we have is the hot takes. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, you go ahead.
My hot take for this week: Joe Witt will lose his play calling abilities for the Commanders' offense by week 8.
That's a great take.
That's based on everything how it's going. They're going to have a tough matchup this week against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. He has a really good trio of receivers and Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, and Keenan Allen. I honestly don't see our secondary matching up very well against those guys. Our only hope, as we talked about the game earlier, is if our pass rush is able to get to Herbert with their 2 left tackles being out. But unless he makes a 180 change in his play calling mentality, I don't see him changing that this week. Honestly, I don't see him sending extra pressure, extra blitzers, against the pass. I think he's going to sit in coverage and rush 4. I think he's going to lose his play calling duties by week 8 of the season.
Okay, Ryan.
Go ahead, too. I'll let you go second.
Okay, my hot take of the night is the Washington Wizards will win over 30 games this year.
When was the last time they did that?
I can't remember.
A long time ago.
Hey, man, look. I am definitely the one in my friends group. Ryan knows. I watch about 90% of the games. Okay. It's gonna be hard this year because we don't have Monumental on YouTube TV anymore. But I guess I'll have to get a subscription. But the reason why I say that is because CJ McCollum looks like a much more efficient, better version of Bradley Beal. And Chris Middleton, he's obviously washed, but he's a good veteran in the locker room that is good for the rest of the team. And then, of course, we have Bub Carrington, who I like, but I feel his game isn't really suited for how the team kind of runs right now, which is a lot of 3-and-D, a lot of three-point shooting. Alex Sarr needs to take a big step. He needs to.
Yes.
He has to. He had a great rookie year. He had a really good rookie year, but I think he needs to make more of a step in mid-range, post-game. He can shoot the 3, and the base of his jumper looks really good. He has a lot to work with, I think. Defensive-wise, he's always been a great shot blocker, but the thing is, he has the ability, but he doesn't, we haven't seen the results of that yet. I mean, he's only had 1 year. Bilal Coulibaly, I think he could be one of the top 5 best perimeter defenders in the league. And kind of the rest of the team, they're kind of growing, and I think they'll surprise some people. Last year they won, I think, 23 games or something like that. I I could be wrong. It was just a bad year the last 2 years. But I think the hot take is I think we're winning over 30 games, and we could be challenging for a play-in. That's my hot take.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback, it's possible because the Eastern Conference is not that good, so it's not possible. My hot take is that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to reach the AFC Championship game this year.
Ooh, that is a hot take.
Yes, that is my hot
That
take.
is a hot. That is.
Yep.
Their defense is nice right now, so he
So-
might be honest.
They lead the league in turnovers at defense. They're the opposite type of defense of us.
Just watch how they play Monday night against the Chiefs, and we'll talk about it Thursday. But yeah, I think Jacksonville, like Tu just mentioned, they have a really good defense. I think Liam Cohen, I thought he was going to be a bad coach, but it turns out that he's actually really good. I actually watched one of his post-game speeches in the locker room, and I think he's a great change for that organization. Solid coach. He's a great offensive mind. I think Trevor Lawrence still needs to improve, even though he's in his fifth year. But if Trevor Lawrence can get going, and then Brian Thomas Jr. can get going, their running game is really good. Defense is really good. AFC's looking a bit weak this year with the Chiefs and the Ravens kind of starting slow, and then outside of those teams and the Bills, I don't really see anyone else in the AFC that's good. So I think depending on the play, minus the Colts, I think Jacksonville could beat them though, and they're in the same division. I think Jacksonville's going to win that division. So,
are you laughing at the Colts?
Yeah.
Hey, remember
Colts
what I
are
said
good.
about Daniel Jones being MVP?
I know. He's still trash.
Hot take.
So yeah, I mean Jacksonville.
Daniel Jones still trash.
I think Jacksonville is going to make it to the AFC Championship and play the Bills. Depends on the playoffs, of course, but that's my hot take.
That's a real good hot take. That's
very
Spicy.
That's like Krispy Kreme hot sign hot.
That's caliente.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. And I say that.
You know how hot that is? That's Dua Lipa hot.
Well, then I won.
Yeah, that's Dua Lipa hot right there.
Also, the Boomers are gonna be fans of Bad Bunny after Super Bowl halftime show. That's another hot take.
That's what they're gonna see on their TV. I don't know what I didn't say shit, but
no, you didn't.
Yeah, that was racist as fuck.
Yeah, that was. I have no association with this program. I'm just on here. I have no association with.
I don't even know these guys.
I don't have any association with the guy to my far left.
I'm racist.
You guys been watching any baseball playoffs that started a couple days ago?
No, as long as the Yankees lose and the Phillies lose.
The Yankees about to go on to the next round. So.
God damn it, fucking Boston! You have one job. Seriously, one job, Boston.
I was telling Tu earlier that I haven't watched a minute of baseball all year since April. I'm not even lying. Haven't touched it. Haven't watched it.
Yeah.
For some reason, when playoffs come around, I don't know. It's a different vibe.
Pastime, man. But
yeah, it's a different vibe. So
yeah,
I watched.
October baseball is different than June baseball.
I watched a few games yesterday when I was moving my mouse at work, and watching the game right now.
Every game matters now versus 162 game season.
I know that's rough, man. They gotta really.
It's a lot.
They gotta chop it.
Games.
They gotta chop that.
Dude, I just need the Yankees to lose and the Phillies to lose.
Dude, 162
Well, the Phillies play the
games,
Dodgers
man.
next. The Phillies play the Dodgers Friday, so.
But they have home field.
Phillies?
Yeah, they have home field throughout.
I mean, there's still gonna be games in LA, so.
I mean,
How funny is that? The year that Bryce left to go to the Phillies,
We won.
Nashville won the World Series.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
Phillies have a chance this year, though. They have a really good team, but
No.
Yeah.
No. The city of Philly deserves to lose. I hate everything Philly. I mean, if anything to salvage in 500 years post-apocalypse, okay, the only thing to salvage in Philly are D'Alessandro's and Jim Steaks. And pretty much any cheesesteak. That's the only thing.
And the Rocky Balboa statue.
No, fuck that statue. They milked it for so long. Okay, they milked it for so long. It only there's a statute of limitations where it stops. Okay, it stops because the city of Philadelphia is terrible. Anyway, sorry, I'm just a Philly hater right now, and I love it.
Fair.
All good. All
Fair.
good.
Fair.
I would like a cheesesteak right now, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, if you ever craving a cheesesteak too,
there's never
I
a bad
promise
time
you-
for a cheesesteak.
No, they're great. Go to Celebrity Deli and get the OG cheesesteak with Cooper Sharp cheese, and it's the best. Sesame roll. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can only have a flour bread.
Oh yeah, keto.
Almond flour bread. I can have a cheesesteak, but it can only be almond flour or whatever keto.
What does that even taste like?
It's a little. It's
Probably
it's,
gross.
it's very chewy. It's not bad at all. Look, I am surviving on it right now. Okay?
So I've already made the decision that I'm just a fat boy for life. I'm too old to work out and all that shit, man.
Never too old to work out, man.
You've been playing basketball though.
Dude, I'm older
Yeah,
than
but to really lose weight, you gotta lift weights. Like you can do
Yeah.
cardio 7 days a week, but the only way you're really gonna lose weight is by lifting.
muscle
sure.
burns
Sure.
fat. Muscle
Yeah,
burns fat.
For sure. And
Yeah,
I don't
Better
like to
than
lift.
cardio. Yep.
Like I have a weightlifting bench upstairs. I got dumbbells.
What's the excuse, man? You don't even have to leave your place.
I know. It's so boring, man. I don't know.
Get a yoga mat. Get a yoga mat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get a
I'll
yoga
do
mat.
something. I've lost weight, but I want to lose more. But now it's going to be hibernating season, and
Yeah.
Hibernating season.
yeah, man.
No, you know what season it is? It's
You a
McRib
bear?
season, bro. It's McRib season.
Ah.
Let's go.
Yo,
Wait,
don't do that.
are
You don't even
still
know
gonna
what
be
you're chewing
your
on,
diet?
man.
Can't have any, man. Can't
How
have
long are you
any.
doing this for?
At least 6 months.
Oh shit, bro!
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
gonna. You know what? Whenever it comes out, I'm eating it on our first podcast while we do
I
it.
fucking hate it.
You think I'm lying? You think I'm
I-
lying? I'm gonna have like 3 of them.
I know
One
you're
for
not
each of us.
lying. I know you're not lying. You know what? I'm gonna have a cheat day coming up, but it's only gonna be 2 meals. Breakfast, I'm still gonna stick to like scrambled eggs and
Mhm.
sausage and bacon, whatever. That still won't make me full because I'm still gonna be hungry as shit.
Right,
I already
because you
know
don't
it.
have any carbs.
Yeah. So, actually, I have one coming up. I don't know what to eat though. Jollibee or Popeyes? I don't know.
A
Still-
freaking full-size pizza. That would be my go-to.
Well, you can eat chicken.
Why
Oh,
would
yeah.
you think of anything else besides like a whole like extra large pizza, bro?
Pizza would
Yeah.
be really good.
You're on a keto diet and
Yeah.
you have a cheat day coming up and you wouldn't do a
I
whole
mean-
pizza?
Fried chicken sounds good too, bro.
Yeah, but a whole pizza.
That's true.
I would do that over fried chicken any day of the week.
Yeah, I'll get some Andes.
Yeah.
What was that, Ryan?
Did I say anything?
You know,
I don't know.
I thought you said something.
Actually, Jimmy, you know what we should do? We should have our 3 voters vote on what you should have for your cheat day.
What 3 voters?
Our 3 viewers.
Oh,
Vote.
this is down to 1 viewer now. I think it's
Oh.
just 2.
Well, how do we know? Because I can't tell if anyone's watching. You only get the notifications.
So it's I mean, for you guys, does it say live and how long the live stream's been
Yeah,
running?
it does.
And you see like a little icon next to it that says 1 with like an eyeball.
No,
No.
I don't.
Oh, I
don't see that.
have that. I have that. Well, also, do you guys see the live chat?
No.
Oh, well, I guess you just have to get onto the YouTube page and so the YouTube
Do
page.
we have to sign in to see that then?
No, not really.
No, then yeah, I don't see the.
Oh yeah, Tyler's. He said I'm still here. The Giants.
ask him what you should have for your cheat day.
Tyler, what should I have? What should I have for my first cheat day? Off keto.
I said whole pizza. like extra large.
I mean, yeah. If it's a pizza, it's gonna be Andy's. Andy's Pizza. It's just so good.
Andy's pizza's great, but it's so thin, man. I could definitely eat like 2 whole pies. Not even joking.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
have you
so-
had Frank
It's a New York
Pepe's?
slice. It's
I
New York.
haven't. It's in Alexandria though.
Dude, you
It's
got to
a-
get the white clam pizza for Frank Pepe's, dude. It's
Oh.
on another level.
Oh, I heard of Frank Pepe's.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
go
in
get the white
Alexandria.
clam pizza from Frank Pepe's.
Okay. So
Another level.
Tyler said he also said a giant pizza.
Dude, that's like literally you're going off. Yeah.
So that's lunch. What about dinner?
Popeyes or Jollibee, like you wanted.
And Popeyes make my stomach bubbly.
Bro, it depends on which location you get it from. You know what I'm saying?
I would go Roy Rogers. That's
Roy Rogers is good too.
Bruh.
Damn, I haven't had Roy Rogers in like 20 years.
Roy Rogers, man.
Roy Rogers.
So just stay in Alexandria. You can get Frank Pepe's, and there's a Roy Rogers in Alexandria, Springfield.
Man, I have so many different types of foods going through my head.
Honestly, I would do probably like beef chow fun too. I mean,
Chinese food.
yeah.
Yo, not to go off topic, but you guys watch Thursday night games on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
So there's, you know how they have, when you go to choose, it has like at the bottom, choose your broadcast, regular main, then Thursday night and Espanol. And then they have this one that's Prime Vision with next gen stats. Check that out. Check that
Oh yeah,
broadcast
yeah.
out.
See that? Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like you're playing Madden and you could see,
Yep.
yeah, it's
Play
crazy.
kind of yep. Routes, all that. Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
just pretty cool. I love that. All right. Well, I think we're heading. Oh, chicken katsu.
Chicken guts. Oh, dude. A big freaking piping bowl of pho. Because you haven't had noodles, right?
No.
Pho's so good.
Yeah, dude. Pho. Yeah.
Ryan's face. He's like,
He's like, oh.
It's so
He's like
good.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
Donuts.
I am.
yo, I'm clipping that. I'm clipping Qua's face just now. That's crazy.
That's
right.
the Homer. That's my Homer Simpson impersonation.
All right, fellas. It was nice talking. We are at the end of the.
That's some outro music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some hype music at the beginning. We need some out music.
Well,
I
now
got
we
some outro music for tonight. Give me like 20 seconds.
now we have a name. So, thank you for watching, all 3 viewers or the 2 people that left already. But thanks, Tyler, for sticking around.
Yeah,
Heck yeah,
appreciate you,
man.
Tyler. Appreciate you, Tyler, man.
You're number 1 in my book.
Our number one fan.
Yeah.
Even though you're a Giants fan, I appreciate you,
Oh,
buddy.
he's a Giants fan.
Giants
I think
fan
I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass.
Giants fan that lives in Georgia, I think.
What part?
I don't know. No idea. But I actually have photoshopped his picture wearing a Redskins hoodie. Man, I can't find it. But it's really good Photoshop, though. You know, I'll
Nice.
post it sometime.
Nice.
But thanks for watching. Y'all stay classy, San Diego.
No, we need to work on the closeout. That's
All right,
that's
fine.
not. Yeah,
Well, thanks for watching the 12th Men podcast.
with us
J2.
3 guys.
I'm your host, J2, with Qua, the GOAT, and Ryan with the outro that we can barely hear.
Yeah, we got.
Bad quality sound, but we're going to go with it.
All right, boys.
All right, stick around. So.